take it away and introduce yourself for us.
Yes, I'm Nik Antona. I'm CAMRA's National Chairman and a member of the working part or group here organising the, setting up and running the festival this year.
In terms of strategy, what is a strategy for 2023, 2024, let's say?
Well, we've actually got a 5-year strategy. The idea is to grow people's appreciation of cask beer, live beer, and enjoyment. Get more people trying it. Encourage people to try a range of those beers, and hopefully help grow the sector. We also have an objective to try and grow our membership, and we also have an objective to try and lobby government to get a favourable treatment for cask beer and draft products in the pubs. And then finally, ultimately, we want to try and preserve the Great British pub and the experience of enjoying good beer in a controlled environment where people feel safe and it's enjoyable for everyone.
Maybe you can tell us a bit about Rishi Sunak visiting today, because how strong do you feel your voice is in terms of lobbying government and being able to influence government on decisions?
Well, you just have to look. This morning on BBC Breakfast, for example, CAMRA was referenced as one of the major driving forces behind this change in the duty legislation, particularly the element about giving a preferential rate for draft duty for beer, cider perry and other drinks that are sold through over the bar in public houses or restaurants and things like that. So they do listen to us. They come to us for kind of views. We are able to regularly submit reports to them on various things in the industry, and on consultations when they actually proactively come out to the industry for consultation. And it's not just us centrally at CAMRA that send out these responses to these consultations. Many of our branches across the country actively take part in contributing to these consultations. So it's not one contribution from CAMRA. Many times it is multiple responses, replies to their consultations, and therefore they do see us as a voice for the industry, a voice for promoting pubs and promoting good quality beer, cask beer and live beer.
Can you cite any successes you've had with influencing the government?
Well, the latest one, the reduced duty for draft beer sold through licensed premises. We as an organisation have been campaigning for many years to try and get recognition that the best place to enjoy beer, cider and perry is in a controlled environment like the pub, and getting community pubs to be at the heart of every community. So for the government to actually finally introduce a differential duty rate, and it's more preferential for that beer and cider and perry to be consumed in a pub rather than at home on your own, having been bought from a supermarket, has to be good, and is one of our successes recently.
Okay. And what are the pros and cons of the new beer duty that's come into act today?
Well, okay, it's not perfect, we know that, but it's a starting point really. What we need to look at, there is going to be difficulties for those pubs and restaurants that do takeaway. The government have introduced legislation to kind of to clamp down on takeaways when really it isn't a big issue. Takeaways are a major part of some of our pubs and clubs and places out there, but it's not a massive amount. So yes, it's going to be an inconvenience for the time being until we can convince the government that they need to do something about it. But so they're going to suffer. There's also, obviously, they've increased duty for beers above 8 or alcohol products above 8.5%.
Yeah.
That's going to drive up the price of some products in the pubs and in the supermarkets off license, particularly wines, spirits, and things like that. But at least they've kept duty static for draft beer. What we need to work with government now over the next few years is to get that differential between a beer sold in a pub and a beer sold through a supermarket increased, so it really does become a benefit for draft products in a controlled environment.